welcome to the church at Hiraeth, Wednesday Words of Wisdom. On Sunday just gone, Remembrance Sunday, we mentioned in the online service that we do my wife's great uncle, Leslie Whitehouse, who in the Second World War was killed on April the 9th, 1943, when he set off as part of a 7-man Lancaster bomber crew from an airfield in Nottinghamshire in England. They departed at 2026, never arrived back because on their way to Germany, they were shot down over the Netherlands by a famous fighter pilot called Heinz Winke. And that particular German was notorious during the Second World War. In fact, his record of shooting down bombers and planes and enemy to him, of course, opposition, was such that he's ranked amongst the most famous fighter pilots ever in the world. However, after that particular plane, the Lancaster bomber that Leslie Whitehouse was on, was shot down, 10 months later, Heinz Winke himself was killed. He was over the English Channel in a search and rescue mission, and his plane was shot and he lost his own life. There's a verse in the Bible, or a passage in the Bible, that I want to read. And it's when Jesus was about to be arrested prior to his crucifixion. And he tells us that the men stepped forward. Those are the ones who came to arrest him, seized Jesus and arrested him. With that, one of Jesus's companions reached for his sword, drew it out, and struck the servant of the high priest, cutting off his ear. "Put your sword back in its place," Jesus said to him, "for all who draw the sword will die by the sword." And I'm sure we've all heard that saying, if you live by the sword, you die by it. That's where it comes from. You think of boxers, famous boxers over the years, whose career, professional career, has been launched with a knockout, followed by another one and another one. And they seem to be invincible. Every time they take to the ring, they win convincingly. If it's not the knockout, it's on points. And then, in one fight, they get knocked out. If you live by the sword, you die by the sword. Now, I've used two examples there, one from the Second World War and one that could be any number of great boxers over the years. But the principle for all of us that I'm bringing home now, those two stories, one actual fact about a particular German fighter pilot, the other perhaps several fighters and boxers could fit into that category. But for us as individuals, the message is very clear. Don't live by the sword, because if we do, we'll die by it as well. Very simple principle to live by, but one that's definitely worth keeping. Stay humble, avoid becoming arrogant, because eventually, if we live by the sword, we will die by it as well.